Hi Scorpio, welcome back to TAROTPOSH. I'm going to be doing a reading for the first half of September, September 1st through 15th, give or take. I hope this video finds you well. If anything's not going well, I hope things turn in your favor very, very soon. So, welcome back to TAROTPOSH. I am going to do a different spread that I created. It's called Walk Your Own Path, Be Fierce Spread, aka Don't Steal My Thunder. I haven't really come up with a perfect name, but that's pretty much what I've come up with. It's pretty much about being fierce and making your own way and carving out your own path in this life, okay? And the first card in this spread is going to be your dreams. The blockage is card 2. Your dreams is card 1. The blockage is card 2. The haters is card 3. The haters could be outside of you, or it could be something within you that is defiant against you. The blockage is something within you, and the haters is something, outside of you. We'll see what cards come up for you in this spread. And 4 is the way through it. So, Scorpio, you are a water sign. Summer is your season, so hopefully we get an extended summer, Indian summer. Hopefully, of course, my fingers for you. The death card is your card for the major arcana, which doesn't actually mean literally that. It means transformation and rebirth, which Scorpios continuously do. They manifest to the point of transforming themselves over and over again. So you are a fixed sign, so you're stable and determined. So once you set a goal, you pretty much go for it and really, lock and load and not blinders on, but it's straight and narrow. You don't let things deter you from that goal. So we'll see what this is regarding your dreams. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Also, if you know your North Node, South Node, you could check those out. All my playlists are categorized by month. So if you want to check out any other aspects of your chart, if you're Scorpio Sun and say Virgo Moon or Aquarius Moon, whatever it is, just look at that month and then look for the rest of the signs. You could apply it as you like. Natal charts, if you know the time, place, and date, time, and place, you could actually pretty much get all those aspects of your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, and also what your nodes are, your North Node, South Node. So that is something interesting to check out. I don't promote any sites that do that, but I mean, you can obviously look and Google and figure out a safe site to put that information in for yourself. I don't sponsor any sites. I'm just putting that out there. I did that myself originally to find out mine. I am studying astrology. Once I am more learned in that, I will incorporate that in my channel. Until that time, I would definitely direct you to the right places to find out things about your natal chart, as I just did. What else? The moon phase we're in right now is the waning crescent in Cancer, which is a water sign. Scorpio is a water sign. So the waning crescent, the intention is surrender, let the universe take over, rest and recover, set new intentions, prepare, and serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, it's odd that just flowed from me because there were certain signs that I have read that I couldn't even get the words out. And it's a prayer from my mother that my mom always had posted all over my house. My mom's passed since 96. So, I have this prayer written around. And when I stumble over those words, there's a reason. Either someone's not ready to hear it, or they don't believe in that specific connotation of, God grant me, whatever it is. So if you do want to Google that prayer, the Serenity Prayer, then please do that. I just had the World card come up and pop out. So I'm just putting that out there. The World card is definitely about learning lessons learned, leveling up, and definitely being happy about that next chapter in your life. The World card is the last card in the major arcana. After that, you go back to the Fool, square one, part 0, and be naive and just sort of, in a good way, and just sort of take a leap of faith to start a new chapter of your life. So it's like ending a cycle, ending a phase, but in a very good way. So let me see what comes up for you. Remember, it's your dream, the blockage, the haters, and the way through. Your dream. Queen of Swords. So when I see Queen of Swords as the dream, I see that the dream is an intention to rule in such a way that is, 1, nurturing, but 2, logical. Putting emotions, below and putting logic over it. So the Queen of Swords is not really up for idle chit-chat. There's a lot of clouds around her. She's risen to that throne. She has her hands welcoming, but she has that sword up in case she needs it. It's not like she's going to, get you, but she wants you to see it. She wants you to see she's armed because now she knows better. She got there. She didn't know better originally, but now she's on her throne and now she learns and she knows better. So when the World's card came out, that might be telling me this came about because you had lessons learned. You're stepping into a new chapter, and the new chapter is what is that? Twice bitten, once shy, something like that. The blockage is the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is obviously not a knight, a king, a knight, a queen, or a king. They are more of, let's say naive. I would say they're more a student of optimism. And the Page of Wands, the pages underlying have pentacle energy, which is earth energy. It's the physical, material, world, household, dwelling, health, education, income, underlying that, right? And then they have, this is very phallic looking, obviously. We know what that means. And this looks masculine, but, it could be either. So I don't read gender, I read energy. But definitely dress for success here. Very having that green abundant, which I feel comes from that pentacle energy, green boots, green cape. But then having the red also, which is that fire wands energy that the Page of Wands has. And the wands are passion and energy and creation. So they're grounded, but they have passion on top of it. But they're a page, so they are not as mature as, say, a knight, queen, or king. But they're a student, and they're up for learning, and they're just looking like, and just really enthralled with the next phase of chapter of that passion that they're focused on. But there's a blockage in what that passion is for you. You might be blocked about what direction to move that passion into or mold that passion into. But, you can take the heat because you're a Page of Wands. And although I see the greenery abundance on you, I don't see it like around you. So it's like you're carving out with that new growth on you. It's like you put your intention into that for new growth, and it just sprung up there. You see that greenery on the wand there. But that's a blockage. So you're not embracing that or something. The haters, the Wheel of Fortune, time, the universe, things outside of you that you can't control is your hater. But you have to realize that those are the things that also support you. But if they're working against you, I'm noticing the blue Sphinx here with a sword in the hands. And when I look at that, I'm picturing the intention. Dream intention to me is the same. So your dream, your intention to rule this way. But I wouldn't rule that way in a blue mood because that can, and she has a lot of blue on her here. you know, swords also remind me of ice, right? Could be icy a little bit. Even though she is a queen, she's nurturing or whatever. Water is cold. There's no fire in there to heat it up. So I'm seeing that you not being able to control when things happen could be a hater working against you. That blockage within yourself, being the Page of Wands, you could be a little antsy about how quickly this new direction you want to go is taking place. You can't make this stuff up. Can't. The world. That's the way through it. And that came out when I was shuffling and I said it. Oh my goodness. So the way through it is the world. Completion. Completing tasks. Completing those motivations. Maybe there's a blockage because you're stuck and you're not completing those motivations or those passions or those new endeavors that you want. Maybe you need to complete them. Time may be working against you, but it could be those, like, you know, the way, the dream you want to rule over your emotions with logic as the Queen of Swords, still nurturing, but don't become so blue that you freeze up this Wheel of Fortune and it doesn't turn anymore, right? Bless me. Bless me, bless me, bless me. Oh my goodness. There's nothing. It's just sneezing. It's just like, I think it's the rain and allergies. So my cards are safe. You can't make this stuff up. The overall energy. The overall energy is, this is how you're processing being the wounded warrior. This is how you're processing maintaining those boundaries. And you're holding on to this here. And that's the blockage with the Page of Wands here. Because you've been through this before. It's like you have a passion, you have an endeavor, you're motivated to do it, and then you're stuck. It's like things aren't happening in the time that you want because you can't control time, especially with things that happen the way the world is. This could have to do with business. This could have to do with relationships, just life in general. And it could be like you want things to move. You want things to move, and you feel like you have to be more of like that sword energy and carving out your life. And so you could move on with those passions, but they become blockages. And you just feel like you're waiting and waiting and waiting, right? And you wounded warrior, and that's the overall energy. But a chapter is closing. Lessons are learned. This was a lesson for you. It could have been a lesson for you to have patience as well. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So I'm going to pull a card from the John Hyman Psychic Tarot Oracle deck for you, and then I'm going to close the reading. This is, you know, reading, snapshot in time, but I feel it gave you a lot of information. I do see on this Wheel of Fortune card, like, all I'm seeing is books. Everybody's reading books. Books, 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 books. And then I noticed, like, the Phoenix. And, you know, when I see the Sphinx with the air, it's trying to tell you, dream to be wiser. Your dream and your attention is also to be wiser. And you learn that from experiences, that fiery passion, whatever, like this. But sometimes you sort of have to hunker down and sort of open the book. Sometimes you have to open the book to move forward. Possibly, you know, reading or learning about a subject, even if you don't like to read, if you're listening to audiobooks or you know, whatever it is, just sort of getting immersed in something that takes your attention and your focus away of constantly being enthralled with this to the point that it's a blockage. You can't make this stuff up. Did I say books, 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 books? Here's a book. 9, Solitude. The Hermit. Whether it's reading the good book, whatever that means to you, or going within yourself and rewriting those chapters of your life that you want to. Carving out a new dream, a new intention. That's what this means for you. Because that's the first time I've really ever did a reading where I've noticed all those bars. I have to tell you. I'm going to pull one more card for you, Scorpio, to close the reading out. You need to educate yourself away from 8 of Swords energy. Being like trapped in fear. Because you're doing that to yourself. You need to educate yourself in a different way in order to have that happiness and success that you want and feel that innocence. So that's what this is about. And that's going to give you the spiritual strength here with 9 of Wands energy to hold up that ceiling and make room for you to move forward. Away from being the wounded warrior. I feel like you're going to be studying and using that sword energy in an intellectual way rather in a more stern Queen of Swords way. Queen of Swords has bitter hurts attached. So you want to carve out your dream or a new intention. So just take it as it resonates with you, and put in the comments if anything, what this means, because only you know. So namaste. I pray you find your way, Scorpio. Mwah. I'll see you next time. Please hit like, subscribe.